Welcome to I.O.U English Grammar Tips. Today our topic is development of research proposal. Before going to our topic, I want to say that don't forget to subscribe the channel, share the channel or like the video. चलते हैं अपने सबक की तरफ. Objectivities of the unit. इस यूनिट का मकसद क्या है? It explains the concept of research proposal, discuss various steps involved in developing the research proposal, describe the importance of hypotheses, evaluate the procedure of study, appreciate a research proposal and discuss the limitation and delimitation and procedure of study. What is proposal? A plan of action, a prerequisite for research investigation. यानी आपने जो भी रिसर्च इन्वेस्टिगेट करना है उसका प्री प्लान जो है दैट इज़ कॉल्ड प्रपोजल. व्हाट इज़ प्रपोजल? इट कम्युनिकेट्स रिसर्चर्स इंटेंशंस, मेक्स क्लियर द पर्पस ऑफ इंटेंडेड स्टडी. कि आपने ये रिसर्चर का माइंड क्लियर करती है, उसकी इंटेंशंस क्लियर करती है कि उसने किस किस्म की चीज़ों को, किस किस्म के मटेरियल को, किस किस्म की बुक्स को स्टडी करना है. इट्स जस्टिफिकेशंस एंड प्रोवाइड्स अ स्टेप बाय स्टेप प्लान फॉर कंडक्टिंग द स्टडी. पर्पस ऑफ आ रिसर्च प्रपोजल. आखिर क्या ज़रूरत पड़ती है, हम इसे क्यों रिसर्च प्रपोजल लिखते हैं? रिसर्च प्रपोजल इज़ इंटेंडेड टू कन्विंस others that you have a worthwhile research project and that you have the competence and the work plan to complete it. The purpose of the proposal is to sell your idea. आपने अपना idea sell करना है, ठीक है? Sell your idea to funding agencies. This means that the investigator must convince the funding agency that the problem is significant and worthy of study. The technical approach is novel and likely to yield results. The investigator and her research team is or the right group of individuals to carry out and accomplish the work described in the research proposal. Importance of research proposal helps examine what the researcher intended to do. Research proposal can serve as document of contract for the project. Research proposal can be effective starting places to discuss project with your professors too. The research proposal is able to give an overview of the research project so that other people understand the scope of the research, the significance of the research, as well as your proposed methodology and chosen research methods. Advantages. Fund to support your research. Allow you to review and critically evaluate your current research program. Convince yourself and others that your research is worth supporting. Keep your focused on your research program. अपना ध्यान, अपनी फोकस, अपना पॉइंट, सब कुछ अपना जो है वो रिसर्च के ऊपर रखें. ये एडवांटेज है. डेवलप नोवेल आइडियाज़ ड्यूरिंग राइटिंग प्रपोजल. रिलेशनशिप ऑफ रिसर्च प्रपोजल विद रिसर्च. रिसर्च प्रपोजल इज़ अ प्लान एंड रिसर्च इज़ एक्शन. रिसर्च प्रपोजल क्या है? ये एक प्लान है और रिसर्च क्या है? ये एक एक्शन है. रिसर्च प्रपोजल इज़ कंपल्सरी फॉर अप्रूविंग प्रपोज्ड रिसर्च. ठीक है? Research proposal is compulsory for approving proposed research. Research proposal is a schedule and research is activity. Research proposal एक schedule है और research क्या है? एक activity है. Research proposal is a mirror of research. यानी ये एक आईना होता है research का. Research proposal is a blueprint of research. Research proposal can serve as document of contract of the project. Steps इन डेवलपिंग रिसर्च प्रपोजल. ये स्टेप्स आपको आने चाहिए. ये एग्ज़ाम में भी आ सकते हैं और इनको वैसे भी आप रिसर्च में इस्तेमाल कर सकते हैं और इनको देख के ही आपका रिसर्च जो है वो प्रपोजल कंप्लीट हो सकता है. इंट्रोडक्शन. सबसे पहले आपने इंट्रोडक्शन करवाना है. आइडेंटिफाइंग अ प्रॉब्लम. पर्पस ऑफ स्टडी. क्या मकसद था, क्यों आपने पढ़ना चाहते हैं. सिग्निफिकेंस ऑफ स्टडी. क्या कोई वाकई इसकी सिग्निफिकेंस थी कि आपने इस टॉपिक को पढ़ा? रिव्यू ऑफ लिटरेचर, formulation of hypotheses, procedure of study, outline of research report. Introduction. Research proposal is normally written with a brief description of the nature of the study. Its introduction should indicate the type of research which is planned, field of study and purpose of study. Identification research problem. Identification research problem is a matter of asking good, relevant and important questions in the field of education context. Special care is needed in selection of research problem. It should be of interest not only to the researcher but also to some recognized segment of the educational community also. The significance of research problem for education from either a practical or the theoretical viewpoint should be kept in mind. Research problem should relate to the existing knowledge or contribute to education in a meaningful way. Research problem should be selected in the context of information or experience. The research should be familiar with the area to be reached, including relevant theories. Purpose of study. Purpose of study is to find solution, statement of problem, and purpose of study should be so framed that the research design for the study could be logical, deduced. Significance of study. It describes the value of conducting the proposed study. The researcher has to state the expected consequences or possible outcomes of the study and how and who will use and benefit from the findings. Review of literature. The important activity in the research proposal is the review of research literature related to the research problem. After the problem has been identified, the information is needed about the problem so that it can be put in the proper context and the research can proceed effectively. Literature review is travel task, systematic process. Value of review of literature. William Wordsworth 1986 stated that the review may be useful in any or all of the following, more specifically limiting and identifying the research problem and hypothesis, informing the researcher of what has already been done in the area, providing possible research design and methodological procedure that may be used in the research study, providing suggestions for possible modification in the research to avoid unanticipated difficulties, identifying possible gaps in the research, providing a backdrop interpreting the result of the research study. Purpose of review of literature. It is essential to well-designed research study. It comes early in the research process and it can contribute valuable information to any part of the research study. Formulation of hypotheses. Characteristics of a good hypothesis. A good hypothesis has the following basic characteristics. It clearly establishes the nature of the problem and the logic underlying the investigation. It gives direction to the data gathering procedure. It gives an idea of the possible outcomes of the research proposal. Limitation and delimitations. Limitations. They are weakness related to decisions made in a study. They are difficult to contain. Consequences associated with choices made in a study related to sampling techniques, data collection strategy, for example, interviews, focus groups, instrument used, population chosen in the term of accessibility, time and resources. How would you be addressing expected challenges? Procedure of study. It usually describes the sampling procedure, nature and design of study, treatment to be administered, and how any condition regarding use of observers and measurement instrument to be used. It includes descriptions of the nature of the data collection instrument. Analysis of data. This part describes the test significance and other statistical procedure that will be used for the analysis of data. Definition of terms and references. अब terms and references क्या होते हैं? The meaning of all the terms used in the research must be clearly mentioned so that यानी जो भी आप references use कर रहे हैं यानी यहाँ पे बताया कि the meaning of all the terms used in the research, जितनी भी terms आपने use की हैं research के अंदर must be clearly mentioned, उन्हें clearly mention होना चाहिए so that the reader be familiar. The term must be defined in operational terms, उन्हें operational terms में define करना चाहिए. Thank you and don't forget to subscribe the channel Aga English Grammar Tips for more updates. Allah Hafiz.